All right, man. So today we're going to be talking about this notice telling us about the new update that's coming out on the 1st. So let's go ahead and jump to it. First, we're going to be talking about the new character. We don't really know much about her right now. Like, we don't have access to the stats. We don't have access to all of her abilities, but they did reveal 3. So we're going to go ahead and list off the ones that we know already. So she's an inside scoring power forward, and she's meant to be able to score from any angle inside the paint. So I'm assuming that she's going to have a post board dunk as well, because in order to be able to attack from every angle inside the paint, you must also be able to dunk from behind the rim, because that's also an angle. So we're just going to assume she also has a post board dunk, and the abilities that they did reveal to us was smart block, double pump dunk, and post up dribble. So if you're not familiar with post up dribble, Uncle Kevin has this, and Amanda also has this. And what it does is it speeds up your post up dribble animation. So you're doing your post up, you do your post up spin move. You think about characters like Big Mike, Daisuke, people who don't have post up dribble, then their spin around off the post up is extremely slow in comparison. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. When she comes here, she will have a post up dribble. And yes, post up dribble is a very scary ability. She also has a double pump dunk. So you don't know what double pump dunk looks like, Lightning also has a double pump dunk. You can go check that out by clicking on his kit, or I'll just slap it on the screen right here for y'all right now. You can just take a look at this clip of what the ability looks like. And she also has a smart block, which we already mentioned. And you're not familiar with that, Nikolai has that as well. So just like Five said, she's like a mix between Nikolai, Lightning, and Uncle Kevin. So yeah, gonna be a really good character just based off of what we know already. Would love to see what those stats are looking like though. So moving on to the next section, we're looking at the new Diable skins. So Big Mike's King of Hip Hop and Big Brother skin can now be dyed. If you've been using those skins and you wonder why they can't be dyed, now they can. Those are the skins that you can get for shards. So you're gonna actually be able to get some skins for you to dye with your shards. So yeah, Havoc G, his Hipster and Wonder Boy skins are also now dyeable. For Maggie, we got Sexy Tracer. Vanessa, we got Cowgirl. For Nana, we got Charming Lady and Summer Days. Rocket, I'm in Charge skin can now be dyed. And for Zachary, his Streetball Legend skin can now be dyed. So you can now dye all those skins. If you wondered why you have them and you couldn't dye them before, it just wasn't added yet. So if you have any other skins that you can't dye just yet, just be patient. Pretty sure they're going to make it so you can dye those. So now we're moving on to the balance changes, the highlight of this video. So first change we're going to be looking at is Rika. So Rika's level 1 provocation was buffed from 5% to 15%, a 10% increase, man. And then she's going to be getting 2% at level 2 and then 3% at level 3. That was not changed, only the level 1. At level 1, this ability is better now than it was before the buff when it was level 3. You get a total of 20% in comparison to the full 10% that you got for completely maxing it out. So yeah, I think it's kind of weird that the level 1 is now better than the level 3 before the buff. But I'm not going to complain. The 10% was already a little bit on the strong side because she was provoking maxed out Camille's. I'm talking perfect SS Camille's. And she was just provoking them with 10% less hit rate. And he was tossing up wide open bricks. It was ridiculous. But now it's double the amount. So we're probably going to be seeing more Rika against these unstoppable shooters like Camille, these unstoppable shooters like Cher or Greta. It's going to be a really good pick against them. And she also has the fingertip block, which isn't really that useful. Now we're looking at Rocket. He didn't really get that much changed. His body radius was increased by 7. And I'm also not completely sure if this means that his hitbox is larger when he's trying to avoid a screen. Not completely sure. All I know is he has a larger hitbox now. So I'm pretty sure that if he's trying to avoid a screen, he's going to have to make sure that he's paying attention to his new hitbox. And people that are trying to go inside the paint and box out a Rocket, they're also going to have to consider these factors as well. So now we're moving on to Robbie. Not much was changed for him either. All they did was added a timer for the mode switch. So if you were confused back then on how much time you had left inside the mode you switched to, there is now a timer for you to actually keep track of when you're going to run out of that. So now we're looking at Big Joan. She actually got quite the significant buff, but she also got a slight nerf. So let's go ahead and read this. So left, right, and forward rebound height was buffed, and her backward rebound height was nerfed. So what they mean by this is if she's going for a rebound when the ball is on the left side of the rim and she's standing in the middle of it, then her rebound height is increased, and the same thing goes for the right side. And also if the ball just bounces up into the air straight up, she's also going to have a higher rebound height on that. But what they mean by backward rebound rebound height, you know we have some animations where the ball will bounce off the rim and it'll go way towards the three-point line. Like there's an animation inside the middle left side of the court. There's also an animation for when you shoot the ball when you're too far away. Those are backwards rebounds. If the ball goes behind you when you press the rebound button, that is a backwards rebound. So that has been nerfed, but her left, right, and forward rebound height were all buffed. So she's going to be really good at rebounding the ball now, but she's not going to be as strong at catching those ones that are bouncing back towards the three-point line. All right, so now we're looking at the new level 4s. Susan's lag start is now level 4, and what it does is she can activate it twice per game. You don't get more duration on this, so you know with the level 3, it makes it so that you can do it with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. It does not drop down to 1 minute and 10. It does not drop down to 1 minute, and it does not increase the range that you can do your lag start from. All you get is an additional opportunity to use this. So 5, I already know you hyped, bro. I didn't see the part of the video where you actually looked at Susan because I was saving it for when I got home. So I'm going to go check that out eventually. But I know you hype about this change. You get 2 lag starts now with Susan. I'm not sure what this will do for her in terms of bringing her more into the meta, because Marcus still has a level 4 pull-up with 25% chance to ignore all disturbance. So there's still really no reason to use Susan other than the lag start and the smart save. So now we're looking at Big Mike. His hook shot is now level 4, and what it does is it adds +7 hit rate and +7 disturbance resistance. Now at level 2 and at level 3, you get 2% extra accuracy and 2% disturbance resistance for their respective levels. So that's going to take him up to 9% extra accuracy and 9% disturbance resistance. A really good addition for Big Mike, who uses those hook shots to ISO his defenders inside the paint. So all right, man, this is the update. Looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting one. The Rika buff is complete insanity because there's a huge difference between reducing someone's hit rate and disturbing their shots. And if you do both, the chance of them making that shot goes down significantly. The rocket change, his base speed was increased by 7. It's not really that big of a deal if we're being honest, but 7 more speed for rocket will definitely make a difference in terms of getting him to that rim a whole lot faster. Robbie, the timer, pretty sure that's going to help y'all. I never use him. I probably never will use him. Those 5,000 gem characters just cost way too much for me. The Big Joan buff, it was good. She needed that. There was too many characters being picked over Big Joan, despite the fact that she's a really good character. And the backward rebound height, pretty sure a lot of the centers inside this game are going to be snatching those over her. But she has more of an advantage now for the other rebounding directions. Susan's level 4 lag start, I like it. I mean, it's pretty good to add. You now get 2 opportunities to do this. Back in the day, in the OG days, we used to run like 2 Susans so we could have 2 lag starts. But now you don't even have to do that anymore. So Big Mike, his hook shot, pretty good as well. Unless you're an ISO Big Mike, it probably won't make that much of a difference. But if you are an ISO Big Mike and you play him kind of like a Sarah that can actually block shots and dunks consistently, Big Mike is going to be really good. He was already one of the best characters in the game for locking down the paint, as well as being able to ISO in there. He was even better than Howie, but now he's even better. So all right, man, I'm going to wrap this video up. Y'all want to see more of this? Go ahead and drop a like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man.